It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see Chris Olave. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups. And we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. Now Penix to throw on second down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even... By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
He's coming off an incredibly productive game, Mike, where he was able to find the end zone 4 different times through the air and secure the win. But it wasn't perfect by any means. He played well enough to come away with the victory, but with that said, he has to clean up on the interceptions. He knows the 2 picks. A couple other close calls he got away with. If those fall into the wrong hands, that game could have went an entirely different way. Coming into here today, can he keep the production in the passing game and come away with a little bit of a cleaner stat sheet?
Second and a yard. They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now they'll set up to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. First and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That one is caught by the rookie from Oregon. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack.
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Can't fault the effort. He got out of a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage. From out of the gun, he'll throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Olave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. And touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man, he's got Agnew. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball. I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
His drive will start on the ground, and he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So after one, 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. Second down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw. Left side into the hands of Olave. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. He'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop the throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have a Saints first down. That was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Miller. A dive, and he's in. Kendrick Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not...
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that. If there was much there anyways, we do know it'll be 3rd down. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Penix. Quick throw, taken in, and he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He fires downfield for Pitts.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and Sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Penix. To the right side here, pass is caught. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season. They'll throw. It's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. To throw again, it's Penix. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Penix. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Coop for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. We'll start this drive with first down. Saints going to use their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he will go all the way. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Saints have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Falcons offense going to take over just before the half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy. For the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That's caught left side by Pitts. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he is going to have the Saints first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they finally get to him inside the 10-yard line. But the yellow flag is out. And this one might be coming back. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
He's got his man complete to Wilson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, that's a nice one for the stat line. That last grab, his 50th on the season. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many
He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, New Orleans. This great season throwing the ball continues. That last TD pass, number 40 on the year. Groupie now for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here's Bijan Robinson, and then the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season. right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
The ball comes out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going on. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as he's on to punt for the second time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So, 3 quarters now. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. 2 at the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Shaheed with the catch. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, New Orleans.
Good for the Saints.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll look to throw yet again. This one caught just past the pylon. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Saints. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man, he's got Agnew. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
We're going to go play action with Penix. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now Penix on 3rd and long. Now, deep ball for London. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. This one is caught by Moreau.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll run. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Groupie now on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints tack on one more to their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out.
Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Mooney. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Falcons at 1st down.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the Saints. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. They get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.